The eagerly awaited Elden Ring is now here, and we get to take a look at the performance on an AirGPU RTX 3080. If you like big bosses and hard fights, this game is definitely for you. Hey everyone, and welcome to the Cloud Gaming Extreme channel. Huge thanks to AirGPU. As you can see here, we're using the NVIDIA A10G, which is the equivalent of an RTX 3080, same as in the GeForce Now RTX 3080 tier. And we can see we're using Parsec here, and we've got the game dialed up to the absolute maximum with motion blur off, because why would you have it on? In celebration of the Elden Ring launch, not only did AirGPU give us a code so we could cover this game, they've also given us a special discount on first signups for the next 2 weeks, so stick around to find out more about that. So let's have a look at the game and performance here then. So I went for the Astrologer class as it's closer to the mage style. So you can see I've got some magic attacks here, and maxed out on the graphics at 1440p, we are getting a steady 50 to 60 frames per second. This game is not very well optimized for PC, and there's multiple complaints about it already, and even if you have a decent PC, it is capped at 60 frames per second. We don't know the reason behind this, but it is a bit frustrating. Though just look at how beautiful this game looks. This is a roguelike, Souls-like game, so you really do need to take your time. It is not a run, hack and slash, as that will get you killed very quickly. There's lots of places that people leave messages around, which can be very useful, but can also be quite distracting. And I would recommend dialing the settings down at least to the high rather than the absolute maximum, so that you get that smooth 60 frames per second all of the time. It does take some getting used to, but it is an extremely fun and engaging game. I'm really starting to get into it. I'm not generally into Souls-like games, but the exploration of the world and the amount of challenge is very tempting to draw you in. So this is some of the daylight play. You can see this is just one of the camps, and I did manage to get in there and get a chest and also get my runes back from one of the mini bosses that I took on. So let's have a look at some nighttime gameplay. Once I got my horse, you can see just how good this game looks as we're moving around, and it does dip down into the 40 frames per second. But again, I am absolutely maxed out here, and this game really does push even the best rigs out there to the limit. So as I said, dial it down to high settings so you get that steady 60 frames per second. But the graphics and the performance on AirGPU with Parsec was absolutely flawless. I'm really surprised at just how well Parsec is performing these days. I really did miss Moonlight in the early stages, but now Parsec has caught up. It really isn't an issue, and it's actually quite a lot simpler to set up and use. You can see here, look at the graphics and moving around here. The Astrologer class is great fun, and having just basic spell abilities at the moment is good enough for me, but I can't wait to unlock some more of the powerful magics coming up soon. Now I did take on this Dark Horseman at night. First time I did fail, hence it's now daytime, but I thought I'd go back and I'll take him down in a minute. But there was another horseman here, so I thought I'd have a go at playing on horseback. So as I take down this horseman, and you can admire the graphics, still over 40 frames per second even with the fast paced motion, and look at just how far you can see in the rendering distance here. It really is a gorgeous game. So as we take down the big guy then, I'll let you know that for the next 2 weeks you can get 20% off your initial top-up cost on AirGPU if you use the code ELDENCGX. I'll put that in the description below. And if you are watching this video 2 weeks later, we've still got our standard 10% off code of CGXTREME. Both of these are in the description below, so make sure that you use those. And it's also worth noting that AirGPU is now in open beta, so that you don't have to wait for your activation to be accepted now. You can just sign up, top up, and get playing. There are an absolute ton of regions available for AirGPU now, so do have a look through their server list as it's growing all the time, and you can now just hop in and play. So if you want to get Elden Ring on PC, you have plenty of options to dive in and play now. I'll leave you with a little bit more of the gameplay here, just so you can see a bit of the gameplay without me talking, and also seeing some big bosses and running away, as it's not a fight I can probably take right now. Thanks for watching, don't forget to hit that subscribe button, stay up to date with all things cloud gaming, and we we'll see you next time.